Now, this IS member has been killed in the airstrike. The unmanned airstrike occurred in the Nangarhar province of Afghanistan. Remember, the airstrike comes less than 48 hours after a devastating suicide bombing claimed by the Islamic State. US President Joe Biden had vowed to avenge the Kabul suicide attacks. US Central Command said the US conducted a drone strike against an Islamic State member in Nangarhar. He was believed to be involved in planning the attacks against the US in Kabul. So big news coming in. America has hit back and targeted the Islamic State in Afghanistan. The United States military has struck back at the Islamic State, bombing an IS member in Afghanistan less than 48 hours after a devastating suicide bombing claimed by the Islamic State killed as many as over 100 Afghans and 13 American service members at the Kabul airport. These are the chaotic scenes witnessed at the Kabul airport after that suicide attack, which claimed over 100 Afghan lives and 13 American lives as well. Now, the United States has hit back. It has carried out an airstrike. The US Central Command said the US conducted a drone strike against an Islamic State member in Nangarhar, believed to be involved in the planning of the attacks against the US in Kabul. The strike killed one individual. It wasn't clear if that individual was involved specifically in the Thursday suicide blast outside the gates of the Kabul airport, where crowds of Afghans were desperately trying to get in as part of the ongoing evacuation efforts from US and its allies amid Taliban's rapid takeover of Afghanistan. The airstrike fulfilled a vow President Joe Biden made to the nation when he said the perpetrators of the attack would not be able to hide. Biden had said, quote, "We will hunt you down and make you pay." Now, the United States has certainly hit back against the Islamic State killing an IS member. President Joe Biden said on Thursday that the perpetrators cannot hide, and he vowed to strike back at the Islamic State group's Afghanistan affiliate. Biden had said, "We will hunt you down and make you pay." One killed in this US drone attack in Afghanistan. Earlier, Islamic State suicide bomber, had attacked crowds of people gathered outside the Kabul airport, and this suicide attack happened on Thursday. And that attack targeted innocent Afghans who had been trying to reach the Kabul airport to get on one of the evacuation flights, trying to flee the country as the Taliban takes control of Afghanistan. Hundreds of thousands of Afghans fear the Taliban. They remember the initial Taliban regime in the 1990s, when the Taliban cracked down on individual freedoms of the people. Afghan women and children were specifically targeted during that Taliban regime, where women were not even allowed to step out of their homes unless they were accompanied by a male companion. Women and children were barred from education, they were barred from jobs. Taliban had cracked down and hunted down any Afghan who was against their ideology. And once again, as the Taliban takes control of Afghanistan and the capital Kabul, another suicide attack in the heart of Afghanistan's capital killed more than 100 Afghans and 13 American troops. The Islamic State has claimed responsibility for the suicide attack, and America has hit back, carrying out an airstrike in which one IS member has been killed. The suicide attack at the Kabul airport came as the August 31st deadline loomed closer for the United States and its allies to complete their evacuation mission from the Kabul airport. Now, remember, US and its allies have already evacuated over 100,000 Afghans before the deadline.